Alright, today's mission is going to be making a candy bowl. I'm going to make it shaped like a Christmas tree, and I'm going to make it out of this piece of silver maple. Now, about 2 years ago and some change, we had a big storm go through the town I live in, and it knocked a big silver maple over in my backyard. I ended up cutting a lot of it for firewood, but I also cut a bunch of boards out of it. And this happens to be one of them, one of the slices. So what I'll do is I'll run this through the little DeWalt planer here, and I'll take a few layers off and smooth it out, and we will go from there. Alright, we got this beautiful piece of wood all planed down and smoothed off. Now there's nothing left to do but turn it into a bowl. Okay, how we're going to do that, we got this little pattern here, and I will affix this pattern to this chunk of wood. And then where the magic happens is you take a look at this little router bit. Okay, it's got a bearing on there, and basically that bearing just rides the edge of this pattern, and it lets you, with basically no skill, cut yourself out any shape you want to cut out. Okay, so I'll use that bit to get the outside edge done on the pattern, and then I will use this for the sake of speed, and I'll hog with a drill, and I'll hog some of the wood out of the middle, and I'll go back over it with the router, kind of smooth her down, and then I'll tack it with some sandpaper. But that's enough yakking about it. Might as well get doing. Easier to show than talk about it, I guess. Alright, let me get set up here. Alright, I got it all routed out and ready for finishing. I ended up going about 3/4 of an inch deep. The reason I went so shallow is the board is less than 1.25 inches thick. So 3/4 of an inch deep was about all I felt comfortable going. Things you want to watch for. This one, I threw caution to the wind because this is pretty much going to be a shop bowl. You know, it's gonna float around the shop here, and my greasy meat hooks will be reaching in there, and it'll get all dirty and messed up. But so I didn't go too crazy being careful making this one. But say you wanted to sell one, or say I was making one for a gift, I would definitely take less material per pass. I know it takes longer, but you definitely want to avoid burning the wood with the router. On a pattern like this where there's so many corners, it is a bear to get the burn marks out of the wood if you burn it with the router bit. I got a little burning on this one, but nothing crazy. I mean, I could take 15 minutes and sand that out, but like I said, you know, where I'm gonna keep it, I'll be working on cars and everything, so my greasy meat hooks this thing will get all dirty. Alright, now on to finishing my Christmas tree candy bowl. If you notice, there's green paint there in the bottom and the tree there. That wasn't my original intention, but the idea popped in my head, so I gave it a shot. What I used Rust-Oleum gloss in the color meadow green. And basically I taped off the bark edges and I spray painted the top of this thing and into the tree, trying to get all the nooks and crannies. Let it dry overnight. This morning I run it through the planer, and this is what you're looking at. I've never painted the inside before. I've always tried to showcase the wood, but on this one I wanted to try something a little different. And I think what I will do is I will take craft paint, and I will, in the same color of green, just because I like the texture of craft paint and how it leaves like the brush marks and stuff like that. I like that a lot more than the sprayed on finish. So I will go over the inside of this with that craft paint just because I prefer the looks of it. And then I'm going to go stain this. And then I'll figure out what protective coating I'm going to put on it after that. But I'll go throw a coat of stain on this and we'll see what it looks like. Well, here it is, my Christmas tree candy bowl. I ended up using golden oak for a stain, but looking at it right now, I'm thinking natural would have been a lot better of a choice for this application. I think it would have looked a little better. But I don't really mind this all that much. I think it turned out looking pretty good. I like the live edge on it yet. I think that looks pretty good. Things I got to do to it yet. I'm going to put felt feet on the bottom of it, on the base. And then I'm going to go through with some craft paint, and I'm going to paint up this tree. So basically I'll paint some garland on it, and maybe some Christmas tree bulbs, stuff like that. Yeah, just to spice it up a little bit. And then the most important thing is I'm going to put candy in it. But yeah, I don't think it turned out too bad. Here you got a project here that's easy, pretty much no skill because you're just following a pattern. And I easily have less than an hour into this. So, super easy project. And my favorite part about it, it's my favorite kind of wood. Free. All right, after this I'll show some pictures of some other candy bowls I've made, and I guess thanks for watching.